I've learned a lot being a leader, because there comes a time whereby you as a leader, you have to face issues. We have agreed with the NCIC on how we are going also, me as Peter Salasya, also going to be part and parcel in preaching peace. But yote kifanyika hivyo kama wewe ni kiongozi, unaomba msamaha. It has been good. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank the NCIC for the conversation that we have had, because being a young person and who has been traversing across the country, it has been of very importance that we discuss on issues to do with the peace of this country and on how we are going to unite this country going forward. Remember, previously we have had issues to do with the hate speech and all that, and it has been a very good platform whereby we have been taken through on key areas, procedures, on how to speak to the people. It has been a learning session for me, and I think, and also trying to speak and agree on how I can also be a peace ambassador in this country, because they have told me that when it comes to hate speech, it's like a bomb, and indeed it's true, because it can destroy many things, many souls and all that. And I think as a nation, we have to unite together, because it is only peace, it is only unity, it's only that that unity and peace that will make this country go far. Yeah.
In court, last time you pleaded not guilty. How did this happen today? Did you accept that you wrote those statements on your social media?
First of all, okay, maybe could be, but it's not the right time for me to speak. But I will just say that we as leaders, you know, when you're a leader, you become a leader. And I've learned a lot being a leader, because there comes a time whereby you as a leader, you have to face issues and solve. You should be a problem solver. And there are issues that you can solve them by speaking it out by yourself, by uniting those people who feel like maybe in one way. In fact, there's no justice can be provided with other institutions like NCIC, whereby it reconciliates issues and move together as a nation, than even going to the, maybe through court process and all that. So we'll be talking maybe at the right time, but today it has been just a great day for me, whereby we have agreed with the NCIC on how we are going also, me as Peter Salasya, also going to be part and parcel in preaching peace and uniting this country. As I move around, how am I going to speak to the young people of this nation to see, because you remember, even the death of Albert has united the entire country called Kenya. It was never like, for example, this from this and this from this, and that is the country that I really want to have. And even I personally, as Peter Salasya, I'll always ask anyone who maybe have talked bad and ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness if I wronged anyone by speaking anything that, or maybe by mouth, by voice, by writing or whatever, to apologize. It is time where we, the Kenyans, we have to take each leader to know what you are talking about, its impact and whatever, to the community, because we are 47 communities in this country. And you cannot just say like huyu na huyu na huyu na huyu. No. Sasa mimi leo imekuwa ni siku mzuri sana.
Mheshimiwa, that will be very important if you specifically talked to those people. You are accused of writing against, that is the Luhya community and Luo community that you wrote about in social media. Would you consider apologizing to them now that the country is gearing towards tomorrow?
Yeah, first of all, mimi nimesema, hata sasa hivi nitasema ya kwamba unajua kwa hisia mambo ya mitandao mambo ya mitandao ni mengi, kwa sababu utapata ya kwamba mitandao kuna watu wa media communication wako wengi. Unaweza pata mtu, kuna pseudo, kuna nini, na chochote ambacho kimeongelewa, maybe mtu akiongea akisema ni Peter Salasya aliongea, I will always ask for forgiveness on the behalf, and also later on we are taking necessary actions to make sure kwamba whoever operates those media, or we do away with those pseudo that are operating on our behalf, so that sometimes things can be spoken on the social media. Maybe it's not from me, but from other people, who are just trying to come up with the propaganda to fight another narrative and all that. But yote kifanyika hivyo, kama ni kiongozi, unaomba msamaha on whatever has been spoken. And that is why, if it is believed that it came from me, I'm apologizing to anyone. I'm not saying that I'm the one who wrote it, but I'm apologizing to anyone, like, if who believed that it is Peter Salasya who wrote it. And that is why we are here. And we'll be moving everywhere in this country. I'll be moving everywhere in Kisumu, in wherever, and ask. Because you must take the social responsibility. Even if it's a false information that maybe was taken out of context, it is my social responsibility to tell them this is not the way to go. So I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank all the Kenyans and to thank the NCIC for the great job that they are doing, for reconciliation process that they are doing, and they should keep on doing that. Ile ya kwamba Kenya yetu iende mbele. Na mimi nitakuwa ambassador wa peace Kenya. Yeyote ambaye alifeel ya kwamba ama anafeel ya kwamba nilikosa mahali, mimi nimeomba msamaha. Hata kama it was not me, but maybe somebody pretended like ni Peter Salasya ameandika, mimi nimeomba msamaha on the behalf of that person. Kwa sababu mimi ni jina kubwa kwa hii Kenya. Anything, Peter Salasya is now a national leader. I'm not just like any other MP. Nela, sindio? Yes.
There are people in this country who are worried about tomorrow. But there are also young people who are preparing for that mandamano. So as a leader, really, how do you view tomorrow?
First of all, I want to tell the people that let us have the peaceful demonstration. And those people who fuel this demonstration are those who are going to counter. And just as I said before, that our police officers needs refresher courses on how to manage crowd management, on how to manage demonstrators and everything. Because the moment they are able to manage their anger, the moment they are able to manage the people, there are times, like, for example, I always tell a good example, when I'm a leader, like right now, I'm a member of parliament. There are times many people comes, they confront me. I tell my security, don't even dare to speak. Let me speak to them in laughing with them, talking to them. So there are ways you can solve issues without using a lot of force. So I want to ask the police officers who are there, they should just provide guidelines. In fact, they should be the front. They ask those who are demonstrating, where do you want to demonstrate to? Then they say, we want to go up to here, we want to tukae chini kwa barabara, tunakaa nao, wanakaa, sisi pia tuko nao. So there is a way whereby the police officers will not need to use tear gas, to use what? We don't need that. Let them just come, aseme vijana wanataka kudemonstrate, wakae watembee nao, wakitembea pia unapiga story. And wanasema kama vijana wanatembea na vitambaya ama ni nini, I don't know, whatever it is, wanatembea peacefully. And that is the country that we want to have, Kenya. But the more we use force, the more we raise the anger of those young people, the more property are destroyed, etc. So there is a lot that needs to be done in the police force. More so managing, they should learn refresher course on how to manage their anger, on how to manage people, and among many other things. Yeah.
Perhaps for clarity purposes, as a leader, you say wewe ni kioo cha jamii, and you should take responsibility of whatever is bestowed against you. Do you take responsibility of whatever was written in your social media accounts and apologize?
Yeah, like as I've just said, anything that is written on my name negatively, I take social responsibility to apologize. Anything that was written, whether it's a pseudo or whatever it is, I take the social responsibility to apologize. Because my name was implicated. So if my name is implicated in a wrong way and it affected someone else, then I take the social responsibility to apologize. And that is leadership. And that is why I'm here.
Thank you. Have we learned as members of parliament, whatever happened on 25th June last year, have you people learned as members of parliament against agencies and what they demanded?
First of all, maybe one way that members of parliament is like they have learned. They have learned because you remember the finance bill that was there. So most of the people knew that it's going to be discussed and passed on 25th. But they went ahead and passed it slowly without politicizing it. So I think maybe they have learned how to meander with things. Maybe not me, but maybe them. Because even me, I was like asking in the Peter Aji and whatever. So I think that is what they have learned a very big lesson. Because if members of parliament could have made necessary action, for example, on that particular day, they could have postponed, then it couldn't have gotten, because young people are fighting there. You are inside the house debating finance bill, and they are being tear gassed, they are being killed, they are out, then it means that maybe they are not considerate. They were not considerate with the situation. So I think they have learned a situation on how to manage maybe PR or whatever. But more important is to have bills that are considerate to mwananchi wa kawaida. They must come up with the policies that will resonate well with the people. In fact, if it were me, I could have said that because of the previous finance bill, they are struggling. We could have not even discussed a thing called the finance bill of this year, and then they come out openly and say, we are going to try to use the other one that they used, but also to work on some of the policies that are pushing people. Like, for example, like today we are talking about the SHA, and people are suffering with the issues to do with the SHA. Despite the fact people had doubted it from the word go, but it went, some maybe unemployed being forced to pay the whole amount, the whole amount of the year, and those issues, the Kenyans are struggling to pay, and these are, I think, members of parliament should learn that any policy they come up with should align with the interest of the people. Yeah, and should not be to oppress the people. So unaona kama hii ya faini ya SHA ina oppress, wanakuambia lipa mdogo mdogo, na kama pia uko na deni ya SHA ya nini inaitwa nini ya Hustler Fund tena ina, unaona. I think that is what
yeah, na mheshimiwa, swali la mwisho, umesema wewe ni kiongozi wa Kenya mzima, si mbunge tu wa Mumias.
Yeah.
Je, utaendelea na mipango yako ya kushikanisha jamii kama ambavyo umesema?
Yeah, I think now I'm going to do it because I have now the social responsibility. I have now the passion to unite the Kenyans. You see, like, look, every leader, presidential candidate right now is having his own ways, his own strategies of getting votes. Like me, I'm a Gen Z presidential candidate. I'm a young leader who has come out openly that is vying for the presidency. So for me, I'm not coming with the kingpinship of the Luoism or the whatever. I'm coming in as a young person with ambition of uniting the people, right? So for me, if I start talking about communities, I will never get it right. So that's why I'm talking about economic empowerment, job creation, amongst other things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thank you. Maybe to the last one, because what we expect Kesho from Andamana. What do you like to tell Wakenya? What can they expect tomorrow?
Yeah, I want to tell Kenyans
in connection with that, we've had a certain mheshimiwa amesema watatuma vijana kutoka huko kuja wasaidie serikali.
Nataka niwaambie any country ambayo inaongozwa like whatever happened last during that demonstration of Albert, it was very unfortunate thing that has ever and should never be encouraged at all. The moment the police give up on and allows the Gunism to take charge, it means that we are in a banana republic whereby there is no rule of law. And that is the time we are encouraging the terrorism. We are encouraging, because after these people you saw, after the demonstration, they started looting. So it means that the police have failed. And I think the police commandant in Nairobi should come out openly and apologize to Kenyans of whatever happened. In fact, it showed that they are unable to manage demonstration in this country. And as a police officer, you should never give up that because you are being fought. What you need is to apply the professionalism. So I want to tell Kenyans tomorrow, let us have a peaceful demonstration. And I want to tell the police, learn how to handle people. We are like, human beings are like animals. The way you handle them, the way they respond to you.
Should people be worried about tomorrow, in your opinion?
People should not be worried because they say that power belongs to the people. And even those goons, they cannot fight against the will of the people. That is one thing I know about. If you know you are doing the right thing, you are always. So what I just want is that for those who are going to demonstrate, let us have a peaceful demonstration. Let us protect those property. If you see someone going into someone's duka or whatever, that is the enemy that we are fighting. That is the person that should maybe deal with. And so I want to tell also to warn those leaders who organized the goons last time. Instead of providing job opportunities to those young people, they are going ahead and encouraging goonism, so I'm just imagining, what do those people do for their living, like they can avail themselves to do and terrorize people I saw Mzee with his file, I think it's a lawyer, who was being attacked by those young people, beating up, snatching phones and all that. So any leader who organized that, you are doomed. Na mimi nataka niulize anyone ambaye kesho ati amepanga kama wewe ati goons, you will regret. Na mimi nitakuwa naangalia pia ni nani huyo anakuja na hiyo mchezo. But police officer, handle those goons. If there is one ambaye goon, in fact those ones that should be the ones to be arrested, because hao ndio wakora ambao wanasumbua town in Nairobi. Yeah.
Asante.
Thanks so much. Asante.